Good morning, students. This is Mallishwari, Computer Science faculty from the BCA department. Okay. In previous video, we discussed SHA factual algorithm. Okay. In this session, we are going to discuss about the whirlpool algorithm. Okay. So, what is this whirlpool? So, this whirlpool is a factual bit hashing function. Okay. So, means here it is generating the digest of the factual bit. Okay, so this algorithm is derived, okay, is a modified version of the AES algorithm. This already we discussed in a previous chapters. Okay, AES, advanced encryption standard. So this is designed by the Vincent Ridgeman. Okay, so Vincent Ridgeman. Okay, so here we have to call this whirlpool algorithm as a whirlpool cipher also. Why? Because here we are using the symmetric key black cipher techniques. Okay, so that's why we can call this as a whirlpool cipher also. Okay, here it comes with the three different versions. So those are whirlpool 0, whirlpool T, and then whirlpool. Okay, so this is a whirlpool algorithm introduction. Okay, now we'll see working of the whirlpool algorithm. Okay, so we will do that one. Okay, now we'll see the working of the whirlpool hashing function. Okay, so here this whirlpool hashing function requires the length of original message, that is less than 200 and 2 power 256 bytes. Okay, so in a previous SHA algorithm, so when we have to use that, like whenever the message length is less than the 2 power 128 bits, that time we have to go through with that algorithm. So here if you want to use the whirlpool algorithm, so the message, okay, the message length should be less than 2 power 256 bits. Okay, so this one. Okay, so the in whirlpool, so the message length should be less than 2 power, okay, so here the message length should be less than 2 power 256 bits. Okay, so this one. Okay, so now the steps. Okay, what are the steps here we have to use to generate the digest. Okay, so the first one, here the original message. Okay, original message of any length. So here also we have to add the padding bits. So the padding bits, it should start with 1 and then the necessary number of zeros. Okay, so that padding bits we have to add to the original message. Okay, so the next one. Okay, and then that after adding the total length. Okay, so if you are adding the padding bits, okay, if you are adding the padding bits like that, the total length, okay, the total length should be the total length should be the odd multiple of 256 bits. Okay, 256 bits. Okay, so this is a first step. After this, the second step is common, adding the length. Okay, we have to express the original message in 256 bits. We have to add the message to the previous step. So that is a thing. Okay, this is appending and adding the length. The next one, now the message length should be the multiple of factual bits. Okay, factual bits, the total length should be the multiple of factual bits. Okay, now what we are doing, we have to divide the total message into number of blocks. The size of each block is factual bits. Okay, here what we have to do, we have to divide this total message into n number of blocks, and the blocks, each block size should be factual bits. Okay, this one. Now like this we divided. Now what we are doing, we are giving this one to the, okay, now what we are giving this factual bits as a input for this whirlpool cipher function. In the starting only I said, here we are using the symmetric encryption symmetric key encryption, okay, not comprehension function. So now what we are doing, we are giving this 512 bits as input for this one to this function, okay. So this is the initial vector, okay, initial bits. So these are all filled with the zeros only, okay. So this is the initial one. So these two, what we are doing, we are giving to the this encryption Whirlpool cipher, and then after this, whatever, okay, whatever the bits, what means ciphertext we will get. Encryption means after encryption we'll get the ciphertext. So this ciphertext, okay, so here for this first round it is acting as a key, okay. The second, after this we will get the ciphertext now. So the ciphertext, it will act as a cipher key for the next block, okay. The next block, first block we process this one, the next 512 bits are there, no. So for this one, previous encryption, previous whatever the output we got, no, that one, here we are getting the ciphertext. So that ciphertext now here it is acting as a key for the next one. So like this, okay, here we are performing the operations like that. At the end, after completing all the blocks, whatever the okay, whatever the ciphertext we are getting now, so that is our required digest, means our required hash code. So this is a working of the Whirlpool. Okay, so this is a working of the Whirlpool. Next, okay, so and then here what is happening, okay, what is happening here, so that we were now we will see. Okay, so the Whirlpool is a here it is following the non-fistal structure. In the fistal, what is the fistal structure? The message, the plain text is divided into number of two blocks, that is different one, okay. And then left side, right side, on the right side bits we are applying the function, and then after that swapping, that is the fistal. Here it is not following the it is not a fistal cipher like ACS, okay. So here what we are doing, it was mainly designed as a black cipher, okay. The black cipher, what we are doing, we are processing, we are giving this plus plain text into number of rounds, and then whatever the output we are give, whatever the output we have get, no, so it will, okay, it will act as a key for the next block, like this entire thing is happening, okay. This, okay, for the first block, okay. First block five, means the first 512 bits it has gone through with the 10 rounds, and then we will get the ciphertext. This ciphertext acts as a key for the next block, like that. The last block, whatever the ciphertext you will get now, so that is a required hash code, okay. So this is first what we are doing, first block 512 bits we are giving as a input for the, we are giving as a input for the this one, okay. Here a keys generation algorithm is there, it will give the keys, okay, it will generate the keys, okay. And then after that, this one, here we are performing some operation. After that, here in this total 10 rounds are there, okay. So in this black Whirlpool cipher, it is having the 10 rounds, okay. Here we are giving as we are giving 512 bits as a plain text, and then the digest also 512 only, okay. So this is 512 bits, 10 rounds, and then after that the ciphertext, it will act as a key for the next round, and then final after completing all the blocks we will get the hash code, then that is the required hash code generated by the Whirlpool cipher, okay. So this is regarding the Whirlpool cipher, Whirlpool algorithm.